We don't do our AI roundup anymore, but we do have a couple AI stories for the week. What are we going to do with these?
We're going to sort of round up some AI stories as part of a segment, an episode, but not as an AI roundup.
Just out of pure coincidence.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's get into it. Should do different accents. Oh, Begara, let's get into it.
Not the point of the bit. All right, whatever. So this is just kind of
get into it. Sorry.
Windows has really been pushing their what do they call it?
Bing.
No. It's the Compass Copilot. Oh, it's right there on the screen. Copilot has really been pushing Copilot, and apparently the new keyboards are going to have a Copilot key. Is this replacing the Windows key?
Yep. No.
John's looking forward to it. Apparently, I don't know what how to interpret that.
No.
Well, here's was their thing. They. I'm not going to say that they revolutionized the keyboard with the addition of the Windows key, but I remember at the time being very skeptical about them having their own special key on the keyboard. But it's turned out to be now like the options key or whatever. But
the Windows key is so much more special than fucking Copilot.
But the whole idea of the Windows key was to get to the start bar. That was it, right? But now even the Windows key is even useful on a Mac, for example. But the Copilot thing is meant to be the same deal. It's like a shortcut to one of the most commonly used features of Windows, which is obviously going to be Copilot. And I kind of get it. I think that if they'd done it, I was skeptical about the Windows key, but it turns out now it's just embedded in our.
What did you say about? You think Copilot's actually going to be useful?
No. I tried to say that in a sarcastic accent, but I'm not sure
sarcasm.
if you recognize what sarcasm is.
I think Mike doesn't understand sarcasm, but that's okay. So, Peter, what's the first thing you do when Cortana pops up in a new Windows installation?
Disable Cortana.
Instantly.
For sure.
You turn that shit off instantly. So, but
look, here's the thing, man. I have to say, there's a lot of stuff out there which surprises me that it's popular, like TikTok, but also Copilot is another example.
Love the quick burn on TikTok there. Yeah, go on. I'm with you.
TikTok's the first thing I can think of.
Yeah.
But almost universally, everybody I know who's seriously tried Copilot loves it. At least on for code generation.
But isn't Copilot just a reskinned ChatGPT?
Well, it's the Sydney.
Yeah, it's Bing. Sydney.
It's Bing.
Right.
But, the problem with calling it Bing is that we all know that Bing search is useless. Right. But the Bing AI is not bad.
Right. Besides when it was racist for a little, remember that? Yeah. So always room for improvement. Sure, what AI
problems.
isn't. So
it was hitting for a day or two, whatever.
So yeah, I don't see it, but I guess I'm also kind of stuck in my ways, right? I love my Windows key. I would say that Alt, Tab, and Windows is probably my top 3 buttons on my keyboard.
Yeah, for sure. In fact, when I have to use my Mac, the first thing I do is remap the Command key.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Me too. Yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
I swap Command and Control, and then I create a keyboard shortcut for Command E to open an Explorer window.
Yeah.
For more exciting tips from Mike's custom keyboard setup, don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that like button.
I'll go through them all right now. Just keep watching.
Yeah, let's just pull up. Can we just pull up your key map?
Sure.
So it's interactive. He's just showing his wife. Actually, he has this right. So
it makes her so hot for him as well. You know what? It's weird. It's
Tell me about Alt F4 again.
You map that map that Windows key, man.
I don't understand what you guys are joking about.
So I'm very stuck in my ways, but we can move on. We got another story. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I brought this up because Peter talked about how people find Copilot so useful. Yeah. And here's a story about, I don't remember who shared this. This one might have been iTest also.
Oh, we should make a small disclaimer that we are sponsored by Microsoft for this particular episode, but it has nothing to do with the content.
What if it's illegal to claim, like in jokes, like in like a bit of events with the
parody, like satire, parody laws?
This podcast brought to you by the Windows Key.
Hi, I see you're trying to make a podcast.
Clippy. Honestly, Clippy's like the prequels of Star Wars. You know, you didn't realize how much you loved something until it was like long dead. Like the simplicity of Clippy was so beautiful, so dumb.
But Clippy was basically Copilot.
Yes, right.
To be honest, Clippy was like what Copilot wanted to. It is now.
Remember how annoyed you would get when Clippy would pop up in like Excel or in Word? You'd be like, "Please, Clippy, I'm busy. Go away." Yeah.
I bet you there's a Clippy GPT or something out there.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
If not, that's worthy. That's a worthy project.
Yep. There's several versions of Clippy GPT.
So this article from the Register is basically just talking about how people who rely on AI to generate code create buggy code, which creates more work for the developers, creates applications that have more bugs because AI cannot generate good code.
Okay. Currently, because one of my favorite
it's never going to get worse than it is today.
Yeah,
so I don't know. I feel like
that's sarcasm, right, Mike? Or are you saying that genuinely?
Oh, wait.
AI can't generate good code is subjective.
Not that it can't. Well, no, it can't. I will say that. Yes.
I mean, if I go to ChatGPT 4 and I say, here are the parameters of the problem and what I'm looking for in a solution, and here's how I want it done, and here's in the language that I want it done in, and add this type of error handling, and like it's going to write good enough code. Because like saying AI doesn't write good code, 90% of the developer like demographic at large writes shit code, right? Like that's that's like a known thing. I write borderline like the worst, probably the worst code on earth. Like
confirm.
Yeah. So it's not
but your defensive AI coding is that it's your defense in saying that it's good is that it's A, good enough, and B, as good as most programmers. I stand by my statement that it doesn't write good code, while simultaneously agreeing with both of your statements.
Yeah. So like, I think that and that's why I started everything with, it's subjective, right? Like,
but it's not, because it's not good code.
But if it does the job without like fucking bleeding into RAM, like that's good enough. Like, is it great?
Well,
no.
For
is
what?
It bad?
I guess.
No. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the exponential problem of like the larger the project goes, the worse it's probably going to get. Right. But like if I go to ChatGPT and I'm like, hey, I want a program that yells at me at 4 p.m. every day and cycles through these images in this folder that pops up with like an alarm sound. Right. Like it's going to be like, yep, no problem. Done.
Yeah. But your argument
but then if you approach
also,
it with like, go ahead.
Your argument is also the reason why employers now are going to look at GPT and say, well, it can write code that's good enough and is as good as 98% of my developers. So why hire developers at all? And then we're going to say, you can't put people out of jobs.
No, that's not what I would say, actually, because
that voice, that's exactly how you would say it.
Yeah.
Okay, then like the argument can also be said that like IDEs make the developer like work 10 times as fast, so like fire 90% of the workforce because 10 instead of 100 can code just as fast as the 100 now at the advent of an IDE. Like no, that is a flawed argument because like yes, you as the fucking CEO can go hit up ChatGPT, okay, and you can be like, write me this new feature. Like, here's my entire code base. And ChatGPT is going to fucking ruin everything. And you're not going to know what it did wrong because you're not a coder. You just came up with some idea. Like, that's how it's gonna be. And I'm sure that so many security issues are gonna pop up because people are gonna take exactly what you said and do that. Like,
it's happening now because developers are doing it. That's the problem.
Right.
That's the point of this article.
No. It's not a problem though, because the developers can review the code and be like,
but they don't.
Yep, that's
the point.
Oh, that's a problem.
Do you know the solution to this though? The solution is the same as the solution that we have in real life, which is get another AI to review the code. It's simple, really. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Pair programming for AIs. AI pair programming.
Yes. 100%. Yes. So we have the same problem, right? A CEO can go to an external contractor, or can hire a team of developers, and they can say, build me a web system that will, I don't know, works with crypto or something. I don't know, mints coins and does crypto. Or let's say, make it more simple. Build me a to-do list. That's easier.
Sure.
And then it can be terrible, right? And he won't know unless he's reviewed earlier, output from that team. And the same thing will go with an AI. Like, if you go to an AI and say, make me a to-do list, and you can look at previous examples and see what kind of quality it is. And you can then, inside the team, have multiple layers of AIs, one which does the code and one which does tests it and develops it and then comes up with it. And then you plug all the bits together. So I think it's actually totally the same thing. You have the same problems and the same solutions with AIs that you would do with humans, except AIs can do it at scale, and they can, you can take one AI and it can work in every language. So there's like advantages that AIs have that humans don't.
And
but then you come down, sorry.
And AIs won't complain about what color their fucking mechanical keyboard clips are.
Yeah, true. That's true. They don't want days off.
Well, imagine actually working with blues. Like, imagine working with MXJs.
Oh my God.
Blues. Like, they sound this. I can still hear it like screeching.
This has been seared into your mind. This is a story that John tells like semi-regularly about a particular experience he had where he was exposed to mechanical keyboards and it has scarred him for life.
I mean, I love mechanical keyboards, but I use like the most muted, heaviest mechanical keyboard. Like,
because you're not a real programmer, obviously.
Well, you have to have the loudest MX keys, right? Like, you have to have the loudest mechanical keys if you're a true programmer.
That's how people know you're working.
Will go for blues. So you hit it once and it fucking reverbs. The glass starts shaking in the office. Like, dude, disgusting.
Yeah, it kind of goes like, what's the scale? So we have people who do CrossFit, vegans, mechanical keyboard users up
with
there.
Blues. There has to be.
You forgot chiropractors.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Plus, I think you're selling vegans a little short.
Okay. I haven't hung out with any
that's
vegans
a
for a
tough
while,
list. Wow, I don't know.
Yeah. CrossFit vegans or mechanical keyboard users is so good. See, even me as a mechanical keyboard user, I couldn't resist saying that I'm one.
And even me as a vegan, I can't.
And
I'm a chiropractor.
Eat a hamburger. Oh, of course.
It's a recent thing. I don't think I've told you guys about it yet. Actually, see, if you've got a minute.
Did I pick up on the cue that time?